In problem 31, we're given a quadratic inequality x squared plus x minus 2 greater than or equal to 4. And we want to use the graphing intersection method on our calculator to solve this. So what we're going to do first is we're going to enter y1 on our calculator as x squared plus x minus 2. And then we're going to enter y2 as 4. And let's see what happens when we do that. So we're going to go to our y equals and enter x squared plus x minus 2. Then go to y2, enter 4. And I want to graph this on a standard window. So we can see our general shape here. I'm going to go ahead and just make a rough sketch of what's showing there. So there's my axis. I'm going to pull this in here, like that, and then this horizontal is the line y equals 4. I'll write that here. So what we want to do then is identify these ordered pairs, the ordered pairs of our intersection of the quadratic x squared plus x minus 2 and the horizontal line y2 equals 4. So let's go to second calc number 5 and intersect whichever one we get first. We get 2 comma 4 first. Then let's do the next one. And we've got to move the cursor closer to the other intersection. There we go. And now we can hit enter 3 times. And we get negative 3, 4. All right, so what's important is that the value of x that corresponds to that ordered pair is negative 3. The value of x that corresponds to this ordered pair is 2. What I'm looking for is where x squared plus x minus 2 is greater than or equal to 4. So if I'm looking at the outputs on my graph, that's going to be this section down to that point of intersection and that section down to the point of intersection. So the way I'm going to describe those outputs is by the interval on the x-axis that will give me those outputs. And that is going to be the interval x less than or equal to negative 3. So all of these x's, all the way up to negative 3, will produce outputs that are in the space that I want. X values that are 2 or bigger will produce outputs also in the space that I want. So that is x greater than or equal to 2. So I can join these with an R. So this is my inequality notation. X is less than or equal to negative 3, or x is greater than or equal to 2. If I want to write interval notation, I'll put that down here. X is less than or equal to negative 3 means that my interval on the x-axis is from negative infinity to negative 3 with a square bracket because I have less than or equal to. Then I'm going to join with this U symbol. This is a union from 2, and I include 2 because it's greater than or equal to 2 all the way up to infinity. So here's my inequality notation. Here's my interval notation. Let me just write that so you've got that part identified. So You might want to play this video a couple of times so that you understand what we're looking for and how we represent what we find as a solution using different types of notation.